Let's continue looking at this word briefly before I jump into all of the logistics, the Greek and such. In Psalm 33, as I mentioned in my liturgy, the psalmist says that shout for joy in the Lord, verse 1, O you righteous, praise befits the upright. Give thanks to the Lord with the lyre, make melody to him with a harp of 10 strings, sing to him a new song, play skillfully on the strings with loud shouts, right? So we're talking about the Lord, Yahweh is what the Hebrew would be here. Let me just bring up the parallel so you can see what I'm talking about, the parallel Hebrew. I should have had this pulled up earlier as well. So shout to the Lord. Let's see, here we go. Ba Adonai, unto the Lord, literally right there. Give thanks to the Lord, same thing, hodu la Adonai, right, unto the Yahweh, if you want to say it that way, the Lord. And then look at verse 4, for the word of the Lord is upright. He doesn't say the Lord is upright, he says the word of the Lord, right? The davar Adonai over here in Hebrew, the word of the Lord. Stop doing it. My cursor doesn't want to highlight what I want it to highlight. There we go. The davar, D-A-V-A-R, davar Adonai, the word of the Lord is upright, and all his work is done in faithfulness. And there's this word, notice in verse 6, by the word of the Lord, right? By the word of the Lord, be davar Adonai, by the word of the Lord, the heavens were made. By the word of the Lord, the heavens were made. Now this is very fascinating. Isn't this really what John is hinting at? All right, so this is where we're going to keep going with this part of my commentary. Also, last week we looked at the Hebrew. This was very fascinating for some of you. Look at this English over on the right side of the screen. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. That's the English out of most Bible translations that you read. The Hebrew is very emphatic. It actually follows word for word what we read in the Greek earlier. Bereshit haya hadavar. In the beginning was the Word. V'hadavar haya et ha'elohim. And the Word was with the God, right? Because we have the definite article in Hebrew right there, ha. And he, the Word, was God. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with the God, and he, literally vahu in Hebrew, vahu hadavar, and he, the Word, was Elohim, or God, right? Bereshit haya hadavar, v'hadavar haya et Elohim, v'hu hadavar haya Elohim. This is really neat to see how the translation of this Hebrew from the original Greek just paints the exact same theology. So now let's look at this a little more closely. Let's start by looking at alternate translations of this Greek. This is the emphatic diaglot Greek text that's used by Jehovah's Witnesses today. And many of you are familiar with the perspective of the Jehovah's Witnesses of this particular part of John's letter. Going back and looking at their translation from the screenshot that I've got pulled up of the diaglot, we can see that they translate, in a beginning was the Word. This is literal word for word. In a beginning was the Word, right? Definite article, the ha-logos, and the Word was with the God, ton theon, and a God was the Word. And the reason they have a God is because there's no definite article in Greek, no ton or tain or tes or ha or anything like that. In the Greek, it just simply says theos ein halagos, meaning the Jehovah's Witnesses translators believe, and look at this part in the red here, ton theon, the God, definite article, kai theos, and God, no article, but indefinite article is indicated because there's no definite article. Thus, their conclusion, for translating consistency, this should be translated as a God. And thus, we can see here that in the New World Translation, they put, in the English, in the beginning was the Logos, and the Logos was with God, and the Logos was a God. This, of course, has sparked a lot of controversy because Christians are saying this is not what John is trying to emphasize. And I agree. John is not trying to say that the Word is a God. However,